This is Johnny Thunder, EAS&Weather. Oh, what are you doing? Come on, computer, work. So, hold on. Alright, so, yeah, we got hit by a thunderstorm, but the worst of it was south of my area. So, yeah. Right, so... Alright, so, I'm back with the severe weather stream. I hopped off to get a good visual of a thunderstorm. Oh, oopsie. To get a good visual of a thunderstorm. Yeah, we had a thunderstorm, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, my area just had some gusty winds, rain, some thunder and lightning. That was about it. The storm it was a broken line. So my area was like in between the two in between two storms. So it wasn't a big hit for me. But I can safely say that eliminates you know that effectively ends the streak of not having severe weather. Yeah, so yeah, so as long as there's severe weather in the area, as long as there's still severe weather in the Mount Holly coverage area, I'm gonna keep the stream rolling. Alright, so PHI canceled the heat advisory. Yeah, so PHI apparently canceled the heat advisory. So yeah, the heat advisory got canceled for me, and I know SVA number 234 got canceled too, but my severe thunderstorm is still in effect until 9 o'clock. Although I'm expecting them to cancel it soon because the severe weather portion is winding down. But I'm taking another. Let's just see. Yeah. Alright, so yeah. So there are no current Mexico discussions in effect. Yeah, there are no Mexico discussions currently in effect. But I'm gonna go over some of the warnings right now from Mount Holly. Says here, a severe thunderstorm remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. for northeastern Ocean, Monmouth, and southeastern Middlesex counties. At 6:48 p.m., a severe thunderstorm is located over Howell, or 10 miles west of Asbury Park, moving at 25 miles per hour. Hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, source radar indicated, impact, damage to roofs, siding, trees, and power lines is possible. Locations impacted include Long Branch, Asbury Park, Lakewood, Middletown, Old Bridge, Jackson, Howell, East Brunswick, Marlborough, Manalapan, Tinson Falls, Holmdel, Red Bank, Matawan, Jamesburg, Manasquan, Point Pleasant Beach, Farmingdale, Allenwood, and East Freehold. Fear protection moved to interior and local of building. So, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7 p.m. for northeastern Monmouth and northeastern Middlesex counties. At 6:47 p.m., a severe thunderstorm is located over Huguenot, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Source radar indicated impact. Damage to roofs, siding, trees, and power lines is possible. Locations impacted include New Brunswick, Perth Amboy, Sandy Hook, Edison, Middletown, Old Bridge, East Brunswick, Saryville, Carteret, Matawan, Highlands, Colonia, Navesink, Brownville, Woodbridge, South River, Highland Park, Metuchen, Spotswood, and Keyport. For your protection, move to an interior room and look for a building. Alright, so I'm not gonna read the New York one because I'm still covering Mount Holly storms. So they're canceling some warnings now. So there's a severe thunderstorm warning for Northern Atlantic, West Central Ocean, Central Camden, and Burlington counties is canceled. The storm is prompted the warning is weakened below severe limits and no longer poses an immediate threat to life or property. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. However, gusty winds and heavy rain are still possible with this thunderstorm. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 9 p.m. for southern New Jersey. Okay, so I already read that one, and I already read this one. And there's a flash flood warning south of me. So the National Weather Service Mount Holly issued a flash flood warning for northwestern Burlington County, southern New Jersey, northwestern Camden County, southern New Jersey, north central Gloucester County, southern New Jersey, southeastern Bucks County and southeastern Pennsylvania, Delaware County and southeastern Pennsylvania, southeastern Montgomery County and southeastern Pennsylvania, Philadelphia County and southeastern Pennsylvania, until 9:45 p.m. At 5:40 p.m., Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Up to 0.5 inches of rain have fallen. The expected rainfall rate is 1 to 2 inches in 1 hour. Additional rainfall amounts of 0.5 to 1.5 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or is expected to begin shortly. Hazard flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source radar impact. Flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that may experience flash flooding include Philadelphia, Camden, Gloucester City, Bensalem, Chester, Belmar, Yedden, Burlington, Bristol, Riverside, Conshohocken, and Palmyra. Turn around, don't turn when encountering flooded roads. Most flood at your current vehicles. So, yeah, this is the first flash flood warning for the PHI coverage area in a while, pretty much. So, actually going back to about several months ago. Not sure when, but I think it's probably been since, 8 months or so, several months since the PHI last issued a flash flood warning. So, yeah. So, yeah, these storms are on the weakening trend, so, So I'm gonna check the, excuse me. I'm gonna look at the storm report, so. Hi, Eamon Cheyenne, how you doing? So Keyport, Monmouth County, New Jersey had a 62 mile per hour wind gust. Yeah, Keyport, New Jersey had a wind gust of 62 miles per hour. Doing fine, that's good. So there's thunderstorm wind damage 1 mile east-northeast of Hopewell, New Jersey. So, thunderstorm wind damage about 2 miles south-southwest of Doylestown, Pennsylvania. There's a downed tree on PA 611 northbound between Bristol Road and Almshouse Road. There is a traffic disruption, time estimate on radar. So that was 5:23 p.m. There's thunderstorm wind damage at 5:25 p.m. 2 miles north-northwest of Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania, with trees and wires down around Colmar, time estimated from radar. There is thunderstorm wind damage in East Greenville, Pennsylvania at 4:50 p.m. with trees and wires down in East Greenville. Time estimated on radar. So yeah. So around 6 p.m. there is a flash flood in Trout Lake, Delaware County, Pennsylvania. There is flooding on I-476 northbound 1.2 miles north of exit 9, PA3, Broomall Upper Darby. There is a lane restriction. Oof. So at 6:10 p.m. there's thunderstorm wind damage in Medford, New Jersey, with trees with wires down along Taunton Road and Himalayan Road in Medford, likely due to the outflow boundary. So there's thunderstorm wind damage 1 mile southeast of Hainesport, New Jersey, at 6:05 p.m. Then 6:06 p.m. there's thunderstorm wind damage in Bordentown, New Jersey. And there's thunderstorm wind damage at 5:39 p.m. 1 mile north of Chester Heights, Pennsylvania. At 5:12 p.m. there's thunderstorm wind damage 1 mile east-northeast of Lenape, Pennsylvania. So at 5:25 p.m. there is 1 inch hail. There's 1 inch hail in 1 mile west-northwest of Wayne, Pennsylvania. At 5:01 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage in East Coventry Township, Pennsylvania. So at 5:32 p.m. there is a marine thunderstorm wind 1 mile south of Washington Park, Delaware, with a 48-mile-per-hour wind gust. Then at 4:59 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 3 miles southeast of Emmaus, Pennsylvania. At 5:16 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 2 miles northwest of DeVault, Pennsylvania. At 4:59 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 3 miles east-southeast of Lower Potts Grove, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. At 5:03 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 1 mile east-northeast of New Hanover Township, Pennsylvania. At 4:47 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 2 miles southeast of Douglas Township, Berks County, Pennsylvania. At 4:30 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage in Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. At 4:48 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. At 4:27 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 2 miles west-northwest of Richmond Township, Pennsylvania. At 4:33 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 2 miles northeast of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. At 4:15 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 3 miles southeast of Canhorst, Pennsylvania. At 4:14 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 3 miles west-northwest of Robeson Township, Pennsylvania. At 4:15 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 1 mile west-southwest of Hamburg, Pennsylvania. At 4:10 p.m. there is thunderstorm wind damage 5 miles west of Bethel, Pennsylvania. So this was today. So that takes your report so far. So yeah, those are all the PHI reports. So probably gonna let me see if I can add another alert here. Otherwise, that'll be it for the stream. Alright, so new warning by PHI, but there's new warning by PHI, but that was outside of my radio's range, so which is in Ocean, so this was for Ocean County and Ocean County alone. It says the National Weather Service in Mount Holly, New Jersey has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Central Ocean County, Southern New Jersey until 7:30 p.m. At 6:58 p.m. a severe thunderstorm was located near Bamber Lake, or 10 miles south of Toms River, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Source: radar indicated impact. Damage to roofs, siding, trees, and power lines is possible. Location impacted include Toms River, Barnegat, Beechwood, Seaside Heights, Bamber Lake, Dover Beaches North, Brookville, Holiday City South, Warren Grove, Dover Beach is south, Holiday City, Berkeley, South Thames River, Island Heights, Silver Ridge, Guilford Park, Holiday Heights, Waretown, Ocean Acres, and Crestwood Village. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building. So, yeah. Yeah. So these storms are going to continue moving eastward and kind of fall apart. Yeah, just moment here, the National PHI updated the warning. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. for eastern Monmouth County. At 7:04 p.m., a severe thunderstorm is located over Long Branch, moving at 30 miles per hour. Hazard: 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Source: radar indicated impact. Damage to roofs, siding, trees, and power lines is possible. Location impacted include Long Branch, Asbury Park, Howell, Tinton Falls, Homedale, Red Bank, Farmingdale, Elburn, Collingwood Park, Lincroft, uh, Navesink, Allenwood, Eatontown, West Long Branch, Rumson, Little Silver, Oceanport, Neptune City, Spring, Lake Heights, and Bradley Beach. Protection route to interior room and local building. So, hey Super Legend, how you doing? My area, I had. Hey Braven, how you doing? Yeah, I had a thunderstorm. I had a thunderstorm just after 5 p.m. I had a thunderstorm just after 5 p.m. But the worst of the storms missed me. The worst of the storms missed my area. So my area was, I was spared the worst. My area was spared the worst. So it's always a good feeling. It's always a good feeling when you're spared the worst from the storms. It's always good when you don't have damage in your area. Braven will be here. Braven will be here on Saturday because we go to the carnival. Doing good. That's good, Braven. So yeah. So I think I can turn off my WR 400 because it looks like the worst of the storms are just about out of that range. But there's still SVR in New Jersey. I'm trying to see if there are additional alerts coming. Yeah, because any of these storms could re-intensify, but the worst of it's out of my area now. So I'm trying. Okay, sounds good. Keep a legend. Thanks for letting me know. So yeah, right. So far today, not including the RWTs, I got 24 severe weather alerts today. I caught 24 severe weather alerts today. So yeah, I got 24 severe weather alerts today. So for the first decent severe weather event in the PHI coverage area in a while. It's been 2 months since we had a severe weather event like this in the PHI coverage area. The last time we had a severe weather event like this was back in March, during the March 16th storms, when we had a tornado watch on March 16th, and then literally the same night we had an intense windstorm that brought trees and power lines down on the night of March 16th, and gave me a 52-mile-per-hour wind gust from that storm. So, but but this but I was spared this time. But first decent severe weather event in a while in the Mount Holly coverage area. So yeah. But yeah, yeah. So I was able to get local alerts for a change. I was able to get local alerts for a change, not and not have to use the online no weather radio to catch alerts this time, because I got plenty of alerts on my radios today. So yeah. He would get, you know, local alerts, not actually not from the online all weather radio. So yeah, they're gonna continue. Oh, they're gonna continue moving offshore soon. So if we don't get additional alerts today, so I mean we might be just about done. If these warnings are gonna expire, then I'm gonna have to then I'll hop off too. But I wrote so. Yeah, your first New Jersey alert. That's cool, York County. That's cool. How are you doing? How are you doing, York County? So yeah, yeah. I had a thunderstorm at 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. It's like about 45 minutes. You're doing great. That's good. Yeah. So these are moving eastward, and they're starting to lose steam here. So once these warnings expire, then I'm gonna hop off. So I mean, yeah. So the current warnings are to expire at 7:30 p.m. So I mean, if there's no new warnings after that, then I'll be hopping off. Cause I gotta start the compilations for this severe weather event. So yeah. Yeah, they should continue to move eastward and out of our area. So like I said, there's... Come on, where this load? There we go. Alright, there's still a severe thunderstorm watch across the port. There's still a severe thunderstorm watch in all of the PHI coverage area, but they're probably going to be canceling them soon. So, yeah. Yeah, these are moving eastward. Hi, Saratoga, how you doing? Yeah, so I got graduation tomorrow. I got graduation tomorrow. So yeah, graduation from community college, which is good. So and as you all know, I'm retiring from EAS after. You're filming for me. Thanks, Saratoga. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, Josh is already filming it for me, but if you want to film it for me too, then you can film it for me if you want. You can film if you want to film it for me too, then you can. If you want to fill in for me, you can. I mean, it doesn't really matter who fills in for me as long as someone fills in for me. But that'd be deep. I deeply appreciate it, Saratoga. I deeply appreciate it. So yeah. So my graduation is at 2 p.m. tomorrow. So yeah. I mean, I'll be in for a rainy day tomorrow, but it's gonna be raining for me tomorrow. But still, it'll be yeah. Tomorrow's a big day for me. Yeah. So. And I'll probably host a stream tomorrow night to celebrate. But we'll see. We'll see how tired I am after graduation. Yeah, so yeah. So yeah, yeah, tomorrow's a big day for me. I mean, even with my disabilities, I pulled through. I pulled through the last several years of college, and I'm graduating finally. So yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. So the National Research, yeah, PHI dropped the heat advisory about an hour ago. I think PHI dropped the heat advisory about an hour ago. Temperature you're cool now, so yeah. Let me check the temperature. It's 68 degrees for me now. It's 68 degrees for me. And there's still severe thunderstorm watch in my area. Yeah, with still some rain and with still some rain a little bit. And so the storms are starting to fall apart, as you can see on radar. The storms are falling apart. So we'll see if the national if PHI issues another alert, but we'll see. So yeah. We're gonna be stuck in the 50s tomorrow. It looks like so. It's gonna be chilly again tomorrow, and chilly on Saturday. So before we rebound on Wednesday, temperature gonna rebound by Wednesday next week. CTP issue 3 alerts overlapped. Oh wow. So yeah. And there's a flash flood warning south of my area, so yeah. So this look over Burlington, Colorado. And so there's a flash flood warning south of my area. And those areas are gonna be getting some. They're gonna get more. The Rockies are gonna be in for some storms tomorrow. So yeah. And so yeah, we just have to wait and see if we don't get another alert within like the next 10 minutes or so, then I'm gonna hop off because the storm seem to be weakening. So there's a severe threat tomorrow across the more lighter red is the slight risk, and the faded red is the marginal. So still there's a slight risk across Elba, Hugo, Lamar, and Springfield, Colorado. So yeah, they're getting some pretty strong storms tomorrow there. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah. Storms are east of Denver at this point. Yeah, there's a threat for severe weather in those areas on Friday across parts of those areas in particular. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna look at see if there's anything left for severe weather. So yeah, those storms are falling apart. So there's really no need for me to be on here right anymore today. So with everything weakening now, and the fact that I'm busy tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. I have to get ready for tomorrow. So I'm actually gonna hop off now because I got a lot of alerts already for today. And I gotta get a good night's sleep, and then I gotta get ready for graduation tomorrow. So hope everyone has enjoyed the stream. It's been fun chatting with y'all on each of these streams, and I will see you all whenever. So hope everyone has a great rest of your night, and I'll see you in another one of my videos or streams. I might hold a stream tomorrow night to celebrate my graduation, depending on how tired I am after tomorrow. But otherwise, that's gonna be it. So hope everyone has enjoyed, and I'll have now I'll see you all again in the next video. Don't know when, but I'll see you in the next stream or video, I guess. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. Until next time, take care.